Hey Taurus, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we are looking at the energy for the week for you. Excuse me, guys. I'm just getting over a cold. Oh, impasse popped up for you. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers, obviously welcome. I'm sure you guys know the drill. The messages are timeless, so as long as the energy resonates with you, then it's meant for you. Otherwise, don't worry about it, right? Worry about it. Stillness. Taking a moment. Where are you feeling blocked? Where is your energy feeling blocked that you need to kind of just take a moment and have some peace, some quiet, some reflection, tapping in. That's like the best way to tap into our psyche, right? Like that kind of intuitive sense that we all have. We all have it. Those amazing intuitive abilities, psychic powers. It's just like any other muscle, right? We have to exercise it. And often that comes through meditation, quiet reflection, really just taking time to still ourselves. Well, that doesn't, I was going to say that still small voice. All right, so let's get into it, Taurus. What is up? Okay, so really thinking through something. Something's weighing heavily on your mind is what I'm hearing. You don't really know, I feel like, how to pinpoint it yet is what I hear. It's almost like there's a lot of different factors that are coming into play that you're not really clear on. Some things look one way, some things kind of rub you the wrong way. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Spirit is really asking you to tune in. Again, we're getting that confirmation of connecting, you know, with your more spiritual side. And like I said, that can easily happen. You know, oftentimes we just have to ask the question, what we want the answer to. We forget about that, or we make it more complicated than what it needs to be. But there is, I feel like you do have to kind of sit down and really think this through. Ask for those messages to come through. You probably need to be a little bit more grounded in your daily life, right? So, and there's places, you know, I always feel like it's such a good indicator when we're getting frustrated or upset or things aren't really going our way, or we're kind of just constantly coming up against hurdles. That's really the time and place that we need to find more grounding. What do I mean by that? It's like simplifying, you know, your life, not putting so much on your plate. Modern world is so busy as it is, right? Like we don't need to add more onto. I feel like there's maybe a little bit of readjustment within your schedule. You know, like I said, that simplicity, cutting out the stuff that you don't really need to be doing. Maybe you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, but Spirit's really asking you to kind of take a look at how things are going for you right now, and then make some readjustments and reevaluation. Yeah, because there's too much conflict. And that's another good indicator of when things are not really grounded, right? Is because there's constant conflict, and we really don't have to live life in that way. Maybe there's something that you don't really want to look at within yourself. Okay, so 3 of Cups, so friends, relationship, community comes up. You know, there might be some gossip, is what I'm hearing. Disappointment with how things have worked out. Maybe someone's hurt you in your friendship community. Queen of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that could be you. That could also be you dealing with another earth sign. But again, that kind of stems back to that need to be a little bit more stable. Like the Queen of Pentacles is a very stable individual, you know. She's incredibly abundant as well. She knows how to work with that earth energy. And that's what I love about Taurus, is it's very practical. You know, you're good at getting things done. You're strong. You know, you rule the money, you rule the house of money and possessions. And like most Taurus that I know are like really stable in that way. Okay, so something has come through that's really painful for you. And this is probably part of that conflict, something that you have to think through. Okay. A wake up. Yeah, okay. I think you got a message, or you're talking to someone, or a situation happened that really kind of threw you off. You weren't expecting it at all. And temperance is that energy of, you know, it's like finding the balance between what's actually happening and what we're picking up, that sensing, right? So sometimes we can pick up people's emotions, feelings, thoughts, etc. You know, but we can't specifically penalize them if it's not happening in real time. Obviously, if they're throwing shade, if they're doing us dirty behind our back, that's a totally different thing, right? You know, if someone's not speaking of you highly or gossiping, maybe that gossip is about you. I feel like I said, it just feels like there's a lot of pain in this situation. Again, where the conflict is coming through. I'm hearing it's unnecessary conflict because it's coming through with this Three of Swords, Judgment, Temperance energy. So it's like I said, having this epiphany, we'll see what this is about. Judgment. It's, yeah, clarity, communication. Maybe you received some sort of message from someone that really hurt you in some way. And I feel like you're kind of blocking yourself. You are, you know, it's like when we hear something that we don't like and we immediately put up our walls is what I'm hearing. All right, let's see where you're at. Okay, you're trying to be rational about it, or you could be dealing with an air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Sorry, guys. Someone who's just very diplomatic and kind of rational in their thinking, not putting a lot of emotion or feeling into it. This person does look like they're observing the situation from that very diplomatic standpoint. So I feel like someone is being very emotional about it and someone's trying to just be like rational about it, right? About the communication. Some stuff that happened. There's that Queen of Coins. So it's a communication that you had with this person. I don't think either of you are seeing eye to eye. You know, maybe this was an argument, a fight that brought some new things to light. I don't feel like you like what you heard. You're like, oh, really? Is that what it is? And this dude's like, yeah. Like, it's not a friendly encounter. I feel like it's a battle. It's a war. But I don't know if it's warranted, right? Like, I mean, I'm all about, yeah, okay, so lovers. So it could be someone that you're very close with. It could be romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be. It does have that synergy around it, the masculine, feminine. So someone that you really connect with, that you care about a lot. And, you know, that's the thing, I think. Like, sometimes with these types of conflicts, fights, arguments, things can look way worse than what they actually are. Or stuff gets said that probably just shouldn't have been said. And it's making it a very, very emotional situation, you know? Very difficult to work with. This person does feel, I mean, you know, connected. They might put you up a little bit on a pedestal. You might have known them for a long time. They could be a childhood friend. Like I said, just someone that you do have that strong bond with. Six of Cups is also soulmate energy. So soulmates being, in my opinion, people that we make these contracts with to learn certain lessons throughout our life. They're definitely taking a time out and really trying to figure out where things are at, is what I'm hearing. They're a little bit on the defensive. They're still kind of guarding themselves, thinking about, milling about what has been said, what has been done. There's that counterpart, King of Coins. So definitely, like I said, yeah, there is, we have the King, Queen of Coins, and someone else could be involved in this, right? With this King of Swords here. I don't necessarily get third-party vibes in this. I feel like this, like I said, it was more a conversation that went south. Things got said that were painful, that were hurtful for both parties. But let's look at where this King of Swords comes into play. The Emperor, so Aries. So this is, I mean, there's a lot of masculine energy on the board, you know, and obviously for you, Taurus, you're vibing more within that feminine energy. Like I said, regardless of what gender you are, it doesn't matter. But this is basically talking about how I feel like someone wanted the control over this situation. They were trying to flex. Maybe this King of Swords is really working to maintain control, maintain boundaries, etc. Being a little bit more diplomatic and waiting to see how everything pans out. I don't know exactly how this King of Swords fits into. Let's see if we can get some clarity on that, Spirit. How does this King of Swords fit into the equation? Because like I said, there's definitely a fight and an argument. And then you got this guy on the outskirts who's just kind of waiting, trying to keep their ducks in a row, waiting to see how it's all going to fare. What is their connection with this, Spirit? Okay. Financial, some type of finance. So you could have some financial investments with this person. If money's on the table. Okay. It's like, I keep hearing, and from this King of Coins energy, it's like, you know, there's only enough for two. So third party situation, like I said, I don't really get that vibe, but you guys all are intertwined. You are all mixed into. And I feel like this person, this King of Coins over here, has a lot of thoughts and opinions that maybe it should only be you and them, right? Maybe they made a decision that was a little too hasty. Maybe this all came out. They're really stressed out about it. I feel like I said, like it looks like there's this conversation that went wrong, and it's maybe the relationship wasn't in a space where this conversation was ready to happen, right? You know how sometimes, like Two of Cups is when you're still at the beginning stages. There's not a lot of grounding and stability yet. You're just starting to build something. And that's how this King of Coins is vibing, where the Lovers, you know, is showing up in your energy. So you know what this connection, this relationship is. Huh. Yeah, okay, I gotta move it over. Sorry about the glare, guys. But for them, it wasn't there quite yet, you know. And I feel like and this is often how these types of emotional conversations go. There needs to be a different perspective. That's why the Hangman's coming into play, you know. There's a lot of defensive energy, maybe causing fights just to fight, maybe because you're not feeling grounded right now. But it's, I don't know, like I'm hearing like it's about eliminating the petty stuff, right? Because the petty things can make or break us or our relationships, right? And I feel like you had a reading like this a couple weeks back. Yeah. You know, you guys might be communicating, but you're not talking. You're not having that reciprocity of conversation, really truly listening to what the other person is saying, because a lot of like defensive ego energy is coming through. This inability to see things from a different angle, feeling like you're always on the defense. And this is, I mean, you know, and I'm sorry, Taurus, but this is just going to get harder and harder, right? You kind of just have to wait to see how this all fares, because there's a lot of stress involved in this situation. The love is a little bit fickle. It's not exactly like Page of Cups to me is always that baby energy. It's someone who excuse me, wants things, but doesn't really have the maturity yet to deal with it. And I feel like you're probably picking that up, especially from this King of Pentacles energy. Like I said, you know, I feel like they made a decision that was a little too, they weren't really ready 100%. And it's just added more stress, more conflict, more frustration to the environment. And it's seeping into other spaces in your life. And that's why Spirit is really saying, take some time to tune in and really ground into, you know, what you need to adjust in your life. Because there is a way to move through this. It feels like just a lot of, it got messy too quickly is what I keep hearing. So I do see a way forward. It's just, can you see that? You know, can you see the opportunity? Yeah, sometimes we have conversations that are hurtful and painful, but they also help us understand the dynamics a little bit better. And that's where we have to make the adjustments. Easier said than done, 100%, because we all want to believe that we're doing it the quote unquote right way. But I think that's the challenge with relationships, is that we have to recognize that, you know, we're working with other people, different perspective, etc. You know, this King of Coins really does need to relax a little bit. You know, again, that's kind of where that anxiety comes into play, getting too lost in the fears, the what ifs, and not really just surrendering enough to the transition, the transformation. Taurus, it would be a good idea to work on being a little bit more gentle with yourself, first and foremost, and then in this situation too. You know, like I said, I feel like it just triggered you know, emotions that are valid and legit. It probably was painful. There's also this element of like depersonalizing it, right? Not taking responsibility for the places that, you know, they're struggling too, right? Yeah, I think it's starting fresh, starting over, maintaining a level of innocence, not assuming that you know what the other person is thinking or doing or saying. That's why communication is the key, right? I really hope this helped, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm definitely sending lots of love and good vibes to what you're navigating through. I know these aren't easy. I know you're strong. I know you're smart. I know you're capable. And you have that creative potential to find a way to make this work that's highest and best for both of you. I hope this helps. Big thumbs up if it resonated. Drop comments below. Let's build and grow the community. Lots of love and blessings. Have a great day.